Chapter 9, Sactionals. Nice. It's a pun thing. Oh, someone is playing saxophone. The school saxophone doesn't do any justice for their sound, but the level of talent they're playing at, it can only be one person.
That sounds familiar. What is that?
And stop.
It's the section song the saxophones played at the end of band camp freshman year. Oh, yeah. That was fun. I can't remember what song the trumpets played, though. We were a mess and just slapped something together in the last minute.
What a surprise.
What else is new? I'm gonna go get ready for practice. Later.
See ya.
I'm glad you guys are... Things seem to be kind of chill, again, with the two of them. That's good. I skip on over to say hello to Samuel. Good morning. What was all that talk about section songs?
It's a tradition the band used to have when Mr. Knowles was the director. Unfortunately, the last time we did it was my first and only time. Freshman year.
We should bring it back. My smile fades a bit at the mention of Mr. Knowles. What was the tradition?
You know how every year before school starts, we have parent preview night to showcase what we've learned so far to our families. Mr. Knowles would allow every section to pick a short song to work on during band camp. He'd introduce each section, and we'd play our chosen section song for the parents. We would also perform it for each other on the last day of camp, and he'd pick a winner. It was a nice respite from learning the show all the time, and everyone was motivated to put on a greater performance in the name of their section.
That sounds like fun. We should do that this year.
Somehow I doubt Mr. Wiley will like the idea when he's so gung-ho about making the show as perfect as can be.
Oh, you're right.
Put it from your mind.
Time for warm-ups.
See ya.
See you on the field.
Sad but true, but I'd like to bring that back as a tradition. It sounds really nice. After stretching, I pass out new drill charts for Jupiter. They mark their sets off one by one while I attend to my usual job of circulating to see if any rookies need help.
Ha ha!
Yes, what is it?
This is excellent! The second week of band camp and we're already starting work on the closer! Mr. Wiley has us leagues ahead of where Mr. Savage had us last year.
Uh-huh. The rousing conclusion of a marching band show, Blue Mountain's closer for their show is Mercury, followed by Jupiter. Anybody need help over here?
No.
Of course not. And if they did, I would be the one to provide help.
Okay, then.
Cut the talking, people! I want a quiet rehearsal today.
I ditched the clarinets in favor of the saxophones. I notice Alex looking at me out of the corner of his eye. What do you want? Whoa! Not this outfit again. He's a cool dude. It says so on his cast. Whoa, what are you wearing?
It's Twin Day.
I sweep my gaze around the field, trying to seek out someone dressed equally as ridiculous, but there's no one. Who are you twinning with?
I don't have a twin.
So you decided to dress up like that on your own?
I don't want to talk about it!
Hey! Everyone needs to settle down. Once you find your dot, stand there and zip it. Only speak if you have something important to say.
Sheesh. I linger near the saxes for another minute while Mr. Wiley aids the brass. Alex continues watching me like a hawk sporting funky orange sunglasses. Alex, if you have a question, you only need ask.
It's not that.
Then is there something on my face? You're just working up the courage, eh? Be like, oh, you think it's because of you. No. How do I put this?
You've been hanging around the saxophones an awful lot lately, haven't you?
What? I don't... No. I distribute my time among all sections evenly.
You don't have to hide your feelings, you know.
My face is heating up faster than a microwave. Samuel is standing right there. Instead of spacing out as usual, he's listening to our conversation with interest. Why me? After all, you're not the only girl in this band who's super into me. That's... Wait, what? What was that line? Alex, please. I could play Talk Dirty to Me on my sax. Wanna hear it sometime? Okay, but unironically, I would love to hear that on saxophone. I'd love to hear you play it, Alex. But not in that particular context.
Alex.
Hey, Samuel.
We can do it! We can dirty talk Cadence with our sexy phones! Alex! Samuel heaves a big sigh.
Listen.
Don't be rude to our drum major, or else Peter is going to have to start paying me double to put up with you. And I'm sure that would make your brother very unpleasant to be around.
Wait.
What? My brother doesn't pay you to put up with me. Does he really? You're joking. Samuel gives me a secretive smile. With Alex successfully distracted, I make my getaway. Thank you, Samuel! The rookies have gotten better at learning to find their dots, so there's not as much for me to do. Unfortunately, that means there's not as much for anyone else to do, and there's a constant stream of chatter from the band. I lose count of how many times Mr. Wiley has to wrangle them in.
I would solve it.
We're already here, eh? Okay.
What have I told you all? This is your last warning. Mouths shut!
Mr. Wiley pauses. There is dead silence on the field. He turns to go back to what he was doing. As soon as he does, there is snickering from the drummers. Peter cracks a joke in the trumpet section, and Pop-Tart dares to ask Olive a question. Without warning, Mr. Wiley hurls the clipboard he is holding at the ground. Then he stomps off the field, livid. He's just gotta go get his gun. It's fine. He vanishes in the direction of the parking lot. Now the band is truly silent. We exchange wide-eyed stares and wait for Mr. Wiley to return. A minute passes. Then 5 minutes. The chatter returns. I realize it's time for me to step up and take charge. I climb onto the podium. Back to work, everyone! Find this set if you haven't already. Can anyone bother to tell me what's going on? We saw Mr. Wiley disappear into the woods.
No way.
He seriously left?
Sounds like practice is over to me. Good work today, everyone.
Great!
Woohoo! Let's go! You can't go now. This is valuable rehearsal time.
Clark's right. Everyone, please get back in your places. Hardly anyone is listening to me. The drum line is already breaking rank, while other sections are absorbed in conversation discussing Mr. Wiley's odd behavior. Get set! I try to make my voice heard above the din, but it's no use. I bite my lip in frustration. This must be what Mr. Wiley was feeling a few minutes ago. Clark's judgmental eyes scorch me as I am unable to control the band I lead. Bleh. Somehow I find Samuel amidst the crowd, unmoving, steady as an anchor. His face is turned up towards me, watching and waiting for direction. My spirits lift at his silent encouragement. Then an idea strikes me. I take a deep breath and yell out at the top of my lungs. Listen up! We're done marking our sets for today, but practice isn't over. Instead, we're going to do something fun. Grab your instruments.
Ugh.
What? This sucks.
Excuse me.
Our time would be better spent marking our sets.
I'm starving.
Can't we go eat instead?
Pay attention.
Thank you, Samuel.
Stop grumbling and do as she says. We haven't even heard what she has planned yet.
How fun can it be if it involves our instruments? It's probably more work. I grit my teeth, biting back sarcastic remarks. Thankfully, the band begins making its way to the sidelines to retrieve their instruments. I've got their allegiance, for now. Gather around the podium so you can hear me. They obey, moaning and groaning all the way. I wait for them to stop before continuing. Hey, I'd like to break early as much as you guys, but that's not going to happen if you keep wasting time. A number of students quickly shush those around them, and I suppress a grin. That was a favorite tactic of my freshman year director, Miss Kraft. Once they're finally quiet, I reveal my idea. I've decided that we're going to bring back Mr. Knoll's tradition of section songs. Each section will pick a song and will perform for each other at the end of band camp as well as at parent preview.
Who's Mr. Knowles? Did you clear this idea with Mr. Wiley?
I pretend not to have heard. So split up into sectionals, if you please, and decide on a song. I'm sure we can get the music you need one way or another.
Trombones already have a section song.
Doing trombone suicides to dubstep music does not count as a section song. Truth. Yeah, trombones, why don't you join the sousaphones and the euphoniums for this one?
Baritones.
That's what I meant. Now get to it! Stay on the field so I don't have to go all over camp looking for you. Once I've approved your section song, you can head off to lunch. Was that Eugene's first line in this game? I see a gleam of excitement alight in my peers' eyes now, particularly the rookies. They've been given some creativity and freedom today. I hope they use it wisely. I hang out on the podium for a little while, watching the sections converse, listening to them try out different themes on their instruments. Did you pick a section song yet, Marion?
No! My section is incompetent!
Geez, someone is having a bad day. Sorry. Would you mind telling your sister about what's going on? I forgot to tell the guard. Oh dear.
Of course you did. Just like everyone always forgets about the pit as well. I hate everything!
Holy cow, what is her problem?
I already told that flag-twirling dork. You're welcome.
Oh, right. I was just wondering, like, wait, is this Sabrina? And I can see the cheeks. Sabrina is twinning with Marion. She's really committed to the role. She stomps off with a loud huff in the opposite direction of the pit's location, 100% done. I don't bother going after her. I need to make sure everyone is focused. Yeah, we're having fun over here? How's it going, low brass?
Terrible.
Tom, I told you we need to find something we all agree on. Not everyone is into video games as much as you, and most of these songs won't be familiar to our parents.
Yes, they will. They're classics.
We're going to be stuck here forever. Oh, Marion, you got back here fast.
Go away.
Don't bother us. We're working on our section song.
I thought you didn't pick one.
Yes, we did. What, you think we're too incompetent to agree on something?
No, that's what you said earlier.
No, I didn't.
She turns to her marimba, signaling this conversation is over. Boy! She's even grumpier than usual today. Maybe the heat is getting to her. Yeah, totally. I make my way to the saxophone section last.
Hey, Samuel.
Alex, stop! Come on! We gotta play Talk Dirty to Me!
No, thanks.
Careless Whisper?
Nah.
Ugh.
You're no fun, Samuel! Hey guys!
Hey.
Cadence, great idea bringing back the section songs.
It was, wasn't it? I wonder who I got it from. We grin at each other. Cuties. Oh, dang, alright.
Meet me at the lake after lunch.
A thrill runs through me. I don't know why. Not like I haven't spent time with Samuel at the lake before this. At a loss for words, I can only nod stupidly.
Cool.
See you later.
I will see you later. Still no sign of Mr. Wiley, but I feel pretty good about myself. What was he up to in the woods? Do I want to know? I managed to keep the band busy for another half hour, and most of them seemed pretty pumped about it. What if Wiley just left? And the rest of this route, Wiley's just not here? That would be wild. Because we're still stuck here. Like, he could have gone on the other side of the fence, locked it, turned it on. I was like, buses don't work, they don't have the code, I'm out of here, I give up. Still no sign of Mr. Wiley, but I feel pretty good about myself. I managed to keep the band busy for another half hour, and most of them seem pretty pumped about it. Are you gonna eat with Samuel today, Cadence? Nah, I want to eat with you today. Yay! You gotta remember to make time for your girls, Cadence. I do. We take a seat, putting down our trays piled with dry turkey, bland mashed potatoes, and watery, flavorless gravy. Yum! So, how are things with Samuel? I smile shyly at my sad excuse for a dinner. Good. I'm meeting him at the lake after this.
No way!
Felicity heaves a dramatic sigh.
Oh my gosh.
Can we change the subject? When you talk about your boyfriend, all I can think about is how I'm chronically single. Chronically? You're not chronically single. You literally just broke up with your boyfriend. Technically, he broke up with her. Dang, Cadence. Samuel's not my boyfriend, and I'd prefer you not call him that, or you may start a rumor, and I don't.
Oh.
Okay, maybe not chronically, but I got my heart broken, and there's no one to help me fix it. What about me and Cadence?
Susie.
I'm talking about wanting a boyfriend to fix it. I thought you said you were single and loving every minute of it.
Duh.
That's what girls say to hide how upset they are, obviously. How am I ever going to survive band camp like this? She crumples onto the table, burying her face in her arms. Susie pats her hand sympathetically, while I viciously shovel a forkful of mashed potatoes into my mouth and swallow. Okay, so if you had your choice, who would you date in the band besides Peter? Samuel. Felicity sits up with a twinkle in her eye. Obviously, this is one of her favorite topics, and she's put a lot of thought into this. Susie conceals a smug smirk. She knows all the delicate intricacies of cheering someone up or at least distracting them from their grief. Good one, Susie. I spend my lunch listening to Felicity rate boys' appearances, list their positive and negative qualities, and theorize on who would be her best match. You'd really date Clark over Aaron? I must share in Susie's disbelief. Yes, I love nerds. Why did you get together with Peter? Okay, I mean, if you want Clark, I'll take Aaron. Plus, Aaron was always a huge jerk to Peter. I can't stand him. I'm pretty sure he's dating his drum anyways. That's all he cares about. What about you, Cadence? Are you asking me if I'd rather date Clark or Aaron? No, I'm asking you about your boyfriend. For the last time, I don't have a boyfriend. If you had to rate Sammy Boy's looks on a scale of 1 to 10, what would it be? I mean, he's obviously a 10. Changing the subject is just gonna have her double down. Or potentially we're just gonna upset her. I'm more interested in Sammy Boy's personality because he is a gentleman and a sweetie. So there you go. I don't think it's right to do that. I don't think it's right to rate people's appearances like that. It seems kind of shallow, and besides, it's all subjective. Everyone has different preferences, and people can become more attractive as you get to know them. So I try not to have such an artificial outlook like that.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever. We were just having a little bit of fun.
Love ya.
You can be such a stick in the mud sometimes, Cadence, but don't worry, we love you just the way you are. When lunch is over, I hurry to throw out my tray, bid my friends farewell, and head for the lake. Because I know Felicity would just probably spread some kind of rumor around, depending on what I said there, but hopefully that's okay.
You made it.
I'm surprised to see his sunglasses are off. I smile and plop down next to him, dangling my feet over the water. What you listening to? He pops out one of his earbuds and holds it out to me.
See for yourself.
And no way am I putting that in my ear. Ew. Thank you. That is so cute. I love it. Oh.
Weren't expecting jazz.
No, it's just... It's so pretty. It's very relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
We both fall silent and listen to the lilting melody of the saxophone. I follow Samuel's eyes across the lake. The sunlight shimmering on the water perfectly matches the mood of the song. The willow tree that stands at the shoreline sways with the beat in the breeze. A blue heron wades in the water below it, searching the shallows carefully for fish. I remove my attention from the peaceful scene and focus on Samuel. Sometimes I forget what nice eyes he has, since they're concealed behind those shades so often. Despite the gentle smile on his lips, there's a trace of sadness in those eyes. Isn't there? Or could it be my imagination? Okay. I'm okay with this. This is very exciting. Something brushes my fingers. My breath catches in my throat and a blush tinges my cheeks. Without even glancing in my direction, Samuel moves his hand to rest it on top of mine. At once, my mind and heart start to race. He's holding my hand! Is Felicity right? Do I have a boyfriend? I almost opened my mouth and blurt out something stupid, like asking Samuel how he would label our relationship, but I bite my tongue just in time. I refuse to spoil this perfect moment. So I put all my questions from my mind and focus on the here and now. The tranquil music in my ear, the lake glimmering at our feet, and the warm hand holding my own. So cute. Oh. Sabrina, get out of here. Hey! Samuel takes out his earbuds, looking as surprised as I do. Holy jeez, Marion, you scared the cucumbers out of me. That's a new one. What? Sabrina, what are you on about?
I don't have anything to say to you. It's him I'm interested in.
Samuel?
What?
Marion fixes Samuel in her piercing glare, almost as if she intends to devour him. Oh, I forgot that I forgot that Sabrina on Twin Day was asking all the boys out on behalf of Marion, and Alex fell for it. It's all coming back. It's all coming back.
Will you go out with me?
What?
No thanks.
Well, that was quick. Marion likes Samuel? Marion likes Samuel? I can't believe. Wait, what did he just say? Did he turn her down?
Did you just say no to me? Yes. Fair enough.
She goes on her way. As she does, my shock fades and their exchange fully sinks in. He told her no. I heave a shaky sigh of relief.
That was weird.
Weird doesn't even begin to describe it. I try to laugh off the odd spectacle. I'm surprised you turned her down. Marion not your type?
She's a little intense.
You have met Cadence, right? Although I do agree that Marion is another level of intensity. That's one way of putting it.
Besides, I may be single, but I don't regard myself as available.
What happened last spring? And why did you hold my hand if you're not available? Samuel!
Oh. We both descend into quiet as my heart sinks. What does he mean by that? He's not looking for a relationship? But I thought that maybe... Could it have something to do with what happened to him last spring? Samuel doesn't offer up any explanation as to why after that, and I don't pry. Yeah, probably good not to pry. We didn't hear from Samuel that there was something that happened last spring. We heard it from Peter, so... Samuel and I wind up losing track of time, so we're late getting to afternoon rehearsal. Sorry we're late! Huh? No one is in their places. They're all spread about the room noisily, talking away. Where's Mr. Wiley? Nobody knows. It looks like we're not having afternoon practice either. Did he really just leave? What? He's leaving us to our own devices again? You can still run rehearsal, can't you? I don't know.
You can do this.
I can?
You've run indoor rehearsals before, haven't you?
Yeah, but Mr. Wiley was always here. He knew what parts needed working on in the music, and he knew how to keep everything under control.
So we'll do a run-through. If anything sounds wrong, we'll stop and work it out.
And if anyone steps out of line, we'll take care of them. You know, it's really nice having, like, my guy over here being supportive, my best friend over here being supportive. It's nice for a change.
Mm-hmm.
Section leaders exist for a reason.
Their support briefly overwhelms me, and I bite my lip to suppress the flood of emotions I feel. The best I can do is choke out a weak word of thanks. Thank you. You guys are the best.
Aww.
We know.
Come on, better get started. We've lost 10 minutes of rehearsal time already.
Right. Everyone to your seats.
We're still having practice.
Yes, this is band camp, Peter. It's what we're here for.
Okay. Tone down the sass, Cadence.
That's ironic, coming from him. Exactly what I was thinking. Listen up. We're doing a run of the show. Get out, Mars.
Clarinets!
You heard her!
Mr. Wiley's not here. Can't we take a break instead?
Do as she says, Alex.
I maintain a serious expression, but smile to myself on the inside. I've got this. We follow Samuel's plan, running through the show and stopping whenever a problem crops up. Okay, we need to do that section again. Mellophones, you had the most important part there, and I couldn't hear you at all.
Pop-Tart!
I blame Pop-Tart.
Why is everything always my fault?
I don't know. The band is restless, but with the help of my friends and section leaders, we keep them focused for more than an hour. Once we reach the end of the show, they explode into chatter, and I decide it's not worth wrangling them in. Okay, listen up. We're going to break early. But before you do, I want to say... I'll wait. I shut my mouth and cross my arms. Some of my peers rudely continue to talk despite my call to attention. Others notice me waiting, and the chorus of shushing begins. It takes them a full minute to calm down, and even then I can still hear whispering. Annoyance flares in my gut, and I grit my teeth. I think I'm beginning to understand why Mr. Wiley is so grumpy all the time. Maybe I'll start drinking coffee every day. As I was saying, before you go, I want you to come back to next practice ready to work. I'm going to speak with Mr. Wiley, and he's going to be there. I'll drag him to the field by his ankles if he doesn't show. For the sake of the band, please show him some respect and make it the best practice we've had yet. All right? The band murmurs in assent. In the back of the room, drum and drummer roll their eyes. They don't respect me enough to take orders from me, but I have to believe that Aaron will keep them in line. That is all. You are dismissed. The band packs up while I return Mr. Wiley's score to the conductor's stand. Samuel and Susie follow me.
Nice one.
Great job back there.
You really think so? Yeah! You were awesome! Maybe we don't need a band director after all. Don't say that! I'm really worried about Mr. Wiley. I'm going to his cottage right now.
You want some company?
That's okay. I won't be long. See you at dinner! Please don't die out here, Cadence. Tempting as it was to accept Samuel's offer, I think it would be better if it was just me. I like to think I have a good rapport with Mr. Wiley. I stand back and wait patiently for Mr. Wiley to open the door. Mr. Wiley! It's me, Cadence. Anybody home? I peek through the partially open window. As I press my nose against the glass, I catch the faint sound of someone's voice. Mr. Wiley? Suddenly the door flies open. Were you having a one-on-one with Garth, Mr. Wiley?
What are you doing here?
Ah! You scared me!
Cadence! Oh, it's Cadence.
Who did you think I was?
I don't know. I was asleep. You must have caught me in a bad dream.
I could have sworn I heard you in there talking to someone.
I talk a lot in my sleep. I slept all afternoon.
You did? I notice dark circles forming under his eyes. He stands with his shoulders more slumped than usual, as if he's supporting an invisible weight.
Yeah. So, what exactly are you doing here?
Technically, I could ask you the same question. I mean, it is his place. We want you to come back to practice, sir.
Who's this we? All I see is you.
I'm speaking for the band. We can't function without a director. Well, we can to a certain degree, but I'm trying to sell this. We need your help. We can't improve the show without you. Please come to evening practice. Is everything okay? You're not sick, are you?
No. I'm sorry, Cadence. I let my stress win. I thought I was better than that, but I guess not. I'm sorry you and all the rest of the kids had to see that.
I sigh in relief. It's fine. We've all been there. But the band has promised they're going to do better.
Yeah? Wonder how long that'll last.
This is the real Mr. Wiley, right? He seems so different. So defeated.
Well, whatever. I'm going to do better too. It's all I can do. For myself. And for all of you.
Right.
But before I can, I'm starving. Let's get some grub.
Right! There he is! There's the Mr. Wiley I know. He must have been in some kind of funk from sleeping all afternoon. I'm glad he's feeling better now. Yeah. Mr. Wiley steps outside, shuts the cottage door, and locks it behind him. Success! We got our band director back! I'm so happy I could skip. You're saying that now, girl. We walk down the forest path together, headed for the commons. It's too bad our lazy staff didn't show up to camp. I bet they would have been a big help.
I can't believe I wasted nearly a whole day of practice. I'll bet the band was happy to get so much free time, though.
We still had practice.
What?
I draw myself up proudly. Yeah, I led it. The section leaders were a big help, too. During afternoon practice, we did a run of the show and worked out the kinks.
I'm proud of you.
I can't believe it! I'm proud of you, kiddo.
He gives me a pat on the shoulder. Oh, and there's something I wanted to run by you. I tell him about my idea of adopting Mr. Knoll's tradition, secretly crossing my fingers all the while. He doesn't seem thrilled about it. I hold my breath and wait for his answer.
Well, I suppose it could improve morale.
Please, please, please!
Sure, why not? But we're not going to waste precious rehearsal time on those songs. They'll have to be practiced on your own time.
Good enough for me. After dinner, we pick right up from where we left off this morning. Mr. Wiley doesn't address what happened, even though it's clearly on everyone's minds at the beginning of practice. He avoids their inquiring gazes and focuses only on learning the show. Eventually, everyone else drops the issue and does the same. All the while, I keep an eye on Mr. Wiley. He moves somewhat sluggishly, lacking the bark and the bite he usually possesses. At least he's here, ready to work. Hopefully he'll be completely back to normal tomorrow.
Good job today, everyone. Thanks for keeping focused. That was a good run.
Tomorrow will be even better, I'm sure.
I like your enthusiasm, Cadence. It's contagious.
So he says, but I'm not sure I believe him. I bestow section of the day, then let everyone go. As the band parts ways, I listen to their topics of conversation. No longer are they discussing Mr. Wiley's strange behavior. They've already moved on. Good. I take my time packing up, then sweep my gaze around the field. Hey, Peter, have you seen Samuel?
No.
You!
Ah! Marion blows right past me, nearly sending me spinning, and stomps right up to Peter. She glares right at him, standing practically nose to nose, bristling with fury. Peter doesn't budge. Sabrina, this is so mean.
Will you go out with me?
Huh?
I asked if you would go out with me! What are you, deaf? Marion, you're beautiful, but not really my type.
Well, that was a nice letdown.
What? No offense, but I like a girl who smiles a lot. Someone who knows how to loosen up and have fun.
Okay, maybe you didn't need to add that last bit. Not that it's Marion anyway. He snaps his fingers as though an idea just occurred to him.
Now that I think about it, someone like your sister. Yeah, I'd definitely go out with Sabrina.
Oh, dang! Sabrina, what you gonna do? Marion stands stunned. She struggles to speak past the lump in her throat.
You what? Hell yeah.
Be right back! Get it, Sabrina! Go! Go, Sabrina! Marion goes sprinting in the direction of the porta potties, disappearing behind one. Wow, she must have really needed to pee. Oh, the glasses are still on! Sabrina, stop. That's adorable. I wonder if Peter could see through the disguise and was like, you know what? A minute later, Sabrina comes trotting out from behind the potties and breathlessly makes her way to Peter. Oh, I get it now.
Can I help you?
Marion told me. Do you? Peter slides the glasses off Sabrina's face and hands them to her. Smooth.
Oh!
Why don't we go somewhere we can be alone?
Okay. Meet me behind the porta potties.
Scandalous.
That is not the best place to go and be alone, Sabrina. It stinks back there. What is wrong with you?
No. I have a better idea.
Peter whispers something to her. Then the two of them race away, holding hands and giggling. I watch them go, feeling somewhat alone, a small hole in my chest. You already went down that route, Cadence. It's over. At least with Sabrina, he's already broken up with Felicity this time. And he moved on from Cadence pretty quick. So I think Peter and Sabrina would actually make a good couple. I think so. I support it. The field has completely cleared out by now. Time to go back to my room and sleep.
I knew nothing could keep Peter down for long.
Samuel! I didn't see you. The hole in my chest vanishes. I go to join him, beaming. He offers me his hand.
Let's go.
I take his hand. It's so soft and warm. In his other hand, he carries a saxophone case. Okay, so what's the dealio? Samuel, we gotta talk. Together, we walk back to the lodge.
3 days left.
I can't believe it's almost over. Where did the time go?
It's not over yet. It's just the beginning.
You're right. We have the whole season ahead of us. He smiles and nods.
See ya.
That's right. Good night, Cadence.
Good night. His hand parts from mine. I open the door to my room to head inside, but then I pause and watch Samuel's departure. I feel the tiny hole in my chest slowly opening up again as I watch him go. You're being silly, I tell myself. You'll see him in less than 12 hours. Still, I can't stop myself from wanting to be with him. I wish I could find the words to tell him how I feel.